Assalamu alaikum students, welcome to the mathematics class. Today is our lecture number 8 in which we'll continue with our previous chapter addition within 100. So please open page number 54 of your book, which is section D of the given chapter addition within 100. Let's begin. First of all, we have already learned what a number pair is to 20. So today we'll learn what are the number pairs to 100. Okay, so what kind of number pairs you can form using the number 100. For example, you have the number 100 here. If you break this number into two numbers, 10 and 90, what is 10 plus 90? 10 plus 90 is 100. How do you make this thing easier for you? This is a thing which you can actually apply. For example, I have 100, right? I know what is 1 plus 9. 1 plus 9 is 10. So if I just add zeros and zeros to the value, 10 plus 90 would be 100. You know the number pairs which make up 10, right? You must be knowing the number pairs which make up 10, like 1 and 9, and like 2 and 8. 2 plus 8 is also 10, and 3 plus 7 is also 10. 4 plus 6 is also 10. So since you do know the number pairs which make up 10, you can easily make up number pairs which make up 100. How do you do that? You just add 0 to your values. 1 plus 9 is 10, so this means that 10 plus 90 would be 100. I just added 0 to 1, and then I added 0 to 9, and then I added 0 to 10, which makes up 100. So 10 plus 90 is 100. Now you know that 2 plus 8 is 10, right? So 20 plus 80 would be 100. As it can be seen here, 2 plus 8 is 10, so 20 plus 80 would be 100. So it's very simple. In order to find the number pairs which make up 100, you can always learn the number pairs which make up 10, and then you can simply add the zeros to them and you'll get the pair of 100. It's very easy. The number pairs of 10 is something you have already learned in your previous class, grade 1. You have already learned what are the pairs which make up 10, like 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 4 and 6. All these, when you add them together, you get 10, right? So you simply add 0 to the real values. Like if I say that 4 plus 6 is 10, right? So 40 plus 60 is 100. If I say that 3 plus 7 make 10, so 30 plus 70 would make 100. Look at this. Another number pair of 100 is 50 and 50. How? 5 plus 5 is 10. So 50 plus 50 would be 100. 4 plus 6 is 10. So 40 plus 60 would be 100. Okay? So how would I write the statement? 50 and 50 make 100. 40 and 60 make 100. So it's really very simple. If, for example, here I have already told you what are the number pairs. But for example, if the question was something like this, that 100 was written here and 40 here, and you're supposed to find this number. So I have already told you the plus sign is in the middle. 40 plus 60 is 100. 100 minus 40 is 60. 100 minus 60 is 40. Okay? There's a minus sign on these lines and there's a plus sign in the middle. Okay, so how would you do 100 minus 40? You know that 40 plus 60 is 100. How? 4 plus 6 is 10, so 40 plus 60 is 100. How would you do 100 minus 40? You can do 100 minus 40 like this. What is 10 minus 4? 10 minus 4 is 6. So 100 minus 40 is 60. Similarly here, I know that 5 plus 5 is 10, so 50 plus 50 is 100. And what is 100 minus 50? How would you do 100 minus 50? 10 minus 5 is 5. So 100 minus 50 is 50. Now let's learn how to add three values together. So we have already learned how to add two numbers. Now let's learn how to add three numbers together. Okay. So here we have 8 plus 6 plus 2. How would I add 8 plus 6 plus 2? I can go step by step. What is 8 plus 6? 8 plus 6 is 14. And what is 14 plus 2? 14 plus 2 is 16. So my answer is 16. So I'm going step by step. First I'll consider the first two numbers and then I'll add the last number. What is 4 plus 5 plus 2? 4 plus 5 is 9 and 9 plus 2 is 11. So my answer is 11. So you can go step by step and solve. There is one more method. You can go for the breaking method. 8 plus 6 is 2, right? 8 plus 6 plus 2, you need to find out the answer. So I just broke the middle number. I just broke the middle number, which is 6. 6 can be broken into two numbers. What are they? 3 and 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. Now once I have broken 6 into two numbers, I'm not going to use 6. I'm going to use these simpler forms. So let's add 8 plus 3. 8 plus 3 is 11. And 3 plus 2 is 5. Now what is 11 plus 5? 16. So my final answer is 16. You can see either I go for the step by step method or I go for the breaking method. My answer remains the same, 16. Here first I went for the step by step method. My answer was 11. Or if you want to, you can also go for the breaking method. 4 plus 5 plus 2. I am breaking the middle number. I'm breaking 5 into two numbers. 3 and 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. Now let's add the values. What is 4 plus 3? 4 plus 3 is 7. 2 plus 2 is 4. 7 plus 4 is 11. My answer is 11. You can see either this or this one. Your answer is the same. You can choose any method. What is 7 plus 5 plus 3 plus 1 plus 6? So here we have got so many numbers to add. You can go for the step by step method. 7 plus 5 is 12. 3 plus 1 is 4. And 12 plus 4 is 16. And finally 16 plus 6 is 22. So I first added these two values together. Then I added these two values together. Then I added the two answers. And then I added them with 6. And my answer was 22. You can also go for the breaking method, which is much more easy. 7 plus 5 plus 3 plus 1 plus 6. Now here we are not breaking the numbers, because if I will start breaking the numbers, I would get so many numbers that it would be really very difficult for me to actually sort out the numbers. So here I am using the breaking method, but in opposite form. 7 plus 3 makes 10. I know that 10 would break up into 7 and 3. But instead I am joining these values together to form a single number. So 7 and 3 make 10. And 5 and 1 make 6. Okay. Once I am done with joining the numbers, now I am not going to use these numbers. Instead I am going to use the joined numbers. So 10 plus 6 plus 6 is what? 10 plus 6 is 16. And 16 plus 6 is 22. You can see this answer 22 is the same as my previous answer. That means you can either go for this one method or your step by step method. You can see here this is not a breaking method. This is just the opposite of the breaking method. Here I am joining the values together to form single values so that it's much more easy for me to add. So depending on the question, it's up to you whether you want to go for the breaking method, or you want to go for the opposite form, or you want to go for the step by step method. What is 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 2? I could have really very easily gone for the step by step method, which was 3 plus 4 is 7, 5 plus 2 is 7, and 7 plus 7 is 14. Here I am going for the opposite of the breaking method, which is the joining method. 3 and 2 I am joining them together to form 5, and 4 and 5, I'm joining them together to form 9. Now once I have joined the numbers together, I'm not going to use these numbers. I'm going to use the new numbers, which are 9 and 5. 9 plus 5 is 14. That means my answer is 14. So there are so many methods I've already taught you. You can go for the step by step, you can go for the breaking method, you can go for the joining method, but your answers would remain the same. It's time to solve book exercise on page number 55 and 57 of your book. Make sure you solve this exercise as soon as you are done with watching the lecture. Make sure you solve these questions, so that you get practice and you can actually practice whatever you have learned now. Okay, if you face any kind of problem or any kind of query, you can always ask me in the Google Classroom whenever we have a class and meeting there. Okay, so just collect your queries and questions for the class. Meet you in the next lecture. Till then, Allah Hafiz.